It's me, Baddhan here from BizAsiaLive.com. I have got from Endemol show in India. It is Abhishek. Abhishek, hello to you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really well, thank you. Can I just firstly congratulate you on the success of Bigg Boss 11? It has been a humongous hit. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Well, very excited, very happy. Obviously, it's a big one for us to come back and hear that kind of ratings. And I think, especially even in India, we're very happy because it's not only worked on the main channel that we've kind of looked at. It's also worked at variations across MTV and Woot, and that success in that telescopic kind of reaching out to the consumers is what is really exciting for us.
Indeed, yeah, because something new that you started this year with the off-spin shows on MTV, which has been massive as well. It's a great way to kind of target the youngsters, isn't it?
Absolutely. So we always were saying that it's a very young show meant for a younger audience largely to consume, and then there were lots of debates about whether it's just an urban show or a rural show, and somewhere it's, I think, putting it on MTV's kind of proved that it's a youth show, centric show, yes, and it cuts across all sorts of TGs and rather than saying that across all markets, and a very young show that carries out. Urban wise also, it's got enough ratings across multiple age groups and all that. So we're really excited about how it's gone across multiple TGs really.
And not just the Hindi version, because you've got so many other regional languages, so many regional variations, and it's been a massive success. I mean, there's no stopping Bigg Boss, is it?
Well, I hope not. So no, we're excited about also the part that we've been able to deliver. Not this year, we've done Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, and that's been about 4 languages in a year. If all goes well, we should have 6 in the next year, in 2018.
Fantastic. And I mean, 11 years in now for Bigg Boss 11 on Colours. How has it been in terms of keeping the show fresh? Has it been a challenge for you?
Well, obviously, at every point in time, there is a time where, every season you need to think of what can you offer the consumers in terms of what is the fresh thing that comes in. But I think at one underlying point is about casting. And I think full credit to the team to kind of maintain every time to find the right talent. And we had a Swami last year and we thought, well, no one beats that. But then this season is something else again altogether. So I think that's the key focus for this show anywhere in the world and in any language. Moving on from that is, I think, kudos to the team, Malay Pradhan, who is the creative head on this, and his team. There's Rohan, Trevlin, there's Tushar, and all these guys who've really worked hard on a lot of things to do with the tasks at hand this time. There were really new tasks and fresh ideas that came along. There were activities that really were thought through about pushing the contestants based on what their what their inclinations were, to really get them to really all charge it up in their task. And I think that's what's paid off at the end, largely.
And as a CEO of Endemol show in India, you've been watching the show yourself, I believe. Who's been your favourite?
Well, no favourites for me. I think my favourite is Bigg Boss the brand. Okay. And I hope that goes around.
Has there been one character in the show that you thought has done incredibly well?
I think all of them. See, at the end of the day, you have to realize that for someone to stay in the house for 15 weeks and carry through, all finalists have done phenomenally well. But then I think what's true is also that sometimes people do lose out in the voting. So there will be some people who will be the surprises of the lot who might get more traction outside just because they were superbly entertaining but might have just lost out on voting a bit here and there. So I think what this show does is it gives you a platform to really get a new lease of life outside. And when you see what the 17 to 20 contestants in this house this year are going to do in the next 6 months, I think that's when you'll see who's benefited most out of the whole thing.
I agree. But I think the game changer was when Hiten left. I think the way he left the house was a massive game changer. Just the whole dynamics changed in the house. And also when Archie left, that was a big shock as well.
Absolutely. I think that changed a lot of equations for the way teams were stacking up internally and groups were made. But good entertainment across the board.
Indeed. Quickly before we finish the interview, a UK success as well. Bigg Boss has been a massive success. The top reality TV show on Asian TV in the UK. What's your thoughts on that?
So, I mean, this is something that comes as a news to me right now. I'm not completely aware of it. But yes, I think the Indian diaspora has been, what we've been receiving, tidbits from here and there is that, I mean, the entire Indian diaspora has loved it. And we've heard it from the Middle East, we've heard it bits from UK, bits from the US and Canada. And I mean, it's really exciting because we get to see this. And we've heard similar stuff across on other languages as well when it gets that kind of popularity. And I think that's very exciting because I think that's food for thought for us next time when we're planning that, the kind of popularity we are seeing here is not just what is there. There's so much more to it than meets the eye, and I think we need to look at all of those and ensure they get what they want next time as well.
Meets the eye, right? Yeah, the same eye, yeah. Last question. Salman Khan, is he going to be back as host? Because there's always that question every time when a series finishes.
Best to ask him at the end of it.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, and all the best with the show. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, thank you so much. Thank you.